Welcome to another episode of Racing and Learn. We're a nonprofit that gets kids excited about math and science. We are taking a look at the Traxxas Maxx in comparison to the Team Carrera Sketer. So both of these are 4S monster trucks. I've got Razor RC in the house with me to give us a breakdown here.
Yeah, sure. So these are not stock. The Sketer's been widened by 30 millimeters, kind of the wide track conversion. I've got a video on that, check it out. And then the Wide Max here on the right is again been widened with hot racing extended hexes, so it's a little wider than normal. I think normally they would be almost identical in dimensions, wheelbase with they're very similar dimension wise once you widen the Sketer. The leveling. So yeah, the Sketer aluminum chassis, tower to tower brace, very A-scale looking vehicle. Actually, it's based off an A-scale buggy like the Python, so it's got the buggy arms, buggy wheelbase, buggy shocks, massively reinforced chassis. Power-wise, I think they're pretty similar. A lot of people wonder if the Max is faster or the Sketer is faster. I think they're very similar power-wise. Not much difference there. But the Max, you know, is an all-plastic chassis, all-plastic drive shafts. Center drivetrain is steel and aluminum, so Mod 1 gears and stuff. So the drivetrain is pretty durable. But they built it to be durable, right? The plastic is, you know, obviously not as nice, but it does flex a little more and bends less, so there's advantages there. The Sketer, I think, is based more off of a real race buggy, so I think it handles better, better steering, more precision. But I think durability-wise, I'd go with the Max. I think it's still a little more durable. They made huge improvements in the Sketer 4S over the previous generation of 6S cars. Pretty much the whole front end is like triple reinforced. It's got the tower to tower brace. It's even got like a little diff cover that adds extra protection. Spring steel outdrives. The whole thing is like super beefy and massively reinforced. But I think the plastic overall still is a little more durable. But yeah, so I think the difference is basically more on the performance side. I'd go with the Sketer. I think with the durability side, the Max is still a little more durable, but it's close. And then price-wise, of course, the Max is about $100 more. So we'll have to shell out a few more bucks to get that one.
Yeah, and the electronics hobby wing on the Carrera, on the Sketer.
Yeah, they actually have a upgraded Max 10 SCT ESC. So the regular Max 10 SCT is 120 amps. This one is 135 amps. They also added a little capacitor there on the battery plugs. So the regular Max 10 SCT does not have that. Again, there's actually two versions of the Max 10. There's an SCT version, which is 4S, and then a regular Max 10, which is only 100 amps and only 3S. So this is kind of a upgraded Max 10 SCT. Yeah, it works fine. Just the fans break. Like pretty much all the Hollywood fans break. Maybe it's the way I drive, but I usually have to replace them periodically. Kind of a consumable at this point. But yeah, I think Team Carrera's got something on their hands here. Certainly a worthy competitor to the Max, and we'll see if anybody else comes out with anything else in the 4S class, because these are kind of the only two that you can get right now, unless you want to build a kit like a Techno MT410. But yeah, more racing style Sketer with the massive reinforced chassis, or more just basher style plastic. You know, the Max has got the advantage, I think, still my durability.
So in terms of parts you've broken so far
on the Sketer,
on the Sketer.
Yeah, I think we both nailed one corner. I did break the arm there, whereas the Max just kind of twisted like a pretzel and then sprung back into shape. I have also, I broke the fan as I mentioned, broke the bumper. So I took off the front bumper. It broke when after about 4 or 5 nosedives into the ground, it cracked. So replacement parts are pretty cheap. I think they're like $6. I don't know if it's designed to be like a fuse or kind of intentionally to, give. And then the wheelie bar also took off. So I broke the wheelie bar basically, like, I don't know what you call it, like the opposite of a nose plant, like a tail plant, from about 20 feet high straight on the ground. That cracked the rear wheelie bar, so I just took that off. This is kind of the way it comes on like the Kronos or Punisher, where it just has these sort of wraparound skid plate bumpers. So I just ran it like that.
Yeah, and is this where the wheelie bar used to attach to? That looks like a change there from the 6S.
Yeah, exactly. They got this new mount, I guess, into both the, I think it goes through to the tower-to-tower brace and it through the shock tower. So yeah, like everything's like that direct impact to the wheelie bar, smashed into the wheelie bar, but nothing bent. The diff case didn't break, the shock tower didn't bend, just the wheelie bar cracked. So I've smashed this thing quite a bit, like just direct impact straight into the ground. The chassis doesn't bend, the shock towers don't bend. The bumpers just break instead. So I think from like tower to tower, this thing's like almost indestructible. But the things outside of that, you can still break arms or bumpers.
Yeah, you can see the spring steel outdrives there. They're a little bit bronzish, and all this triangulation on the chassis.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's really built out here. An industry first, I think, is this foam between the body reinforcement and the Lexan body, just to protect from those crashes. Yeah, there were no rails though. Like you get the
no
plastic
body rails or just tethers for the clips, but otherwise body wise it's pretty just normal.
Standard.
Nothing special.
Yeah. Well, very cool. Thanks for the breakdown, Razor. We will include a link to Razor's link in the video description of his series on this truck. You've seen our Team Corrali Python and our other Corrali 1/6 scale trucks. Getting one of these would be nice because of the parts interchangeability between all those. Actually, another feature I just noticed is the plastic shock tower guards there.
Yeah, this is new. So they're basically like shock cap protectors. They're still doing shock caps underneath. Just the way it mounts onto the shock standoff, it's now got an integrated cover. I'm not sure if that's like, maybe if they have a buggy in the future that'll kind of provide extra protection, because the shocks are usually exposed on a buggy.
Yeah.
Or if this also helps like the body smashing into the shocks, it doesn't like break through the body as much. Maybe it helps that a little bit because it's just rounded. Yeah. Maybe both, I don't know. But yeah, that is a new feature. They did update the body mounts as well, so they're adjustable. They're much more massively reinforced. I did actually bend 2 screws on the body mounts. Like I smashed the body, bent the screws, but the mount didn't break. I just 2 new screws, and it's still fine. So yeah.
And that extra beefy shock tower, that's 5 millimeters.
Yeah, it's a 5mm CNC. I think it's machined shock tower. I'm sure it's still just 60-61, but they make a 70-75 upgrades for those. But even breaking that or smashing into the corners there, shock towers don't seem to break. I mean, I guess they're also like triple mounted, so yeah, they're pretty massive.
Very cool. Well, thanks, Razor RSC. Let us know what you think of this video in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, and we will catch you next time. Thanks again for watching.